होगा। इसके
Good afternoon. This is Akashvani. I'm Anuja Kumar with the midday news. The headlines. External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar co-chairs the 18th India-Vietnam Joint Commission meeting in Hanoi, discusses cooperation in political, defence and maritime security with his counterpart. Army Commanders Conference deliberates on the emerging security scenario. Allahabad High Court acquits Surendra Koli and Moninder Singh from death sentences in the infamous Nithari case. In Himachal Pradesh, snowfall begins on the high peaks of Lahaul-Spiti, Kinnaur, Kullu and Chamba districts. Orange alert in some districts of Kerala. Egypt, US and Israel agree to ceasefire in Southern Gaza, providing a safe passage out of the war-torn region through Rafah crossing. And in Cricket World Cup, Sri Lanka win the toss and opt to bat against Australia in Lucknow. And now the news in detail. External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar co-chaired the meeting of 18th India-Vietnam Joint Commission in Hanoi today with his Vietnamese counterpart Bui Thanh Son. The discussions covered cooperation in political, defence and maritime security, judicial, trade and investment, energy, development, education and training, science and technology and cultural domains. In a social media post, the minister expressed confidence that India-Vietnam's comprehensive strategic partnership will only further strengthen over the coming years. He said they also shared perspectives on the Indo-Pacific region, commitment to global issues, and collaboration in various multilateral groupings. Dr. Jaishankar also jointly unveiled the commemorative stamps celebrating 50 years of establishment of diplomatic ties between India and Vietnam with his counterpart. He said that the stamps depicting Kallari Payattu and Vovinam captures the shared affinity for sports and celebrates the strong cultural, social and people-to-people links between the two countries. A total of 942 Indian nationals have been brought back home from Israel so far under Operation Ajay. The operation was launched by the government to bring back around 18,000 Indians in Israel. The Ministry of External Affairs has set up a 24-hour control room in view of the escalating conflict in Israel. Indian nationals can contact the control room on toll-free number 1800-118797. They can also seek assistance through email situationroom@mea.gov.in. US, Israel and Egypt have agreed to a ceasefire in southern Gaza today. It coincides with the reopening of the Rafah crossing on the border with Egypt. Palestinians with dual nationality and foreign nationals trapped in Gaza will be allowed to leave through Rafah. This is the only safe passage out of the region right now. Many Palestinian Americans have already gathered close to the crossing after the US government advised its citizens to move south to be ready for when it opens. NGOs like Action Aid have also called for the crossing to be open for the much-needed humanitarian assistance to come through to Gaza. More than 1 million people have fled their homes in the Gaza Strip ahead of an expected Israel invasion that seeks to eliminate Hamas. Prime Minister Narendra Modi today congratulated Prime Minister-elect Christopher Luxon for his party's win in the New Zealand's general election. In a social media post, Mr. Modi said he is looking forward to work together to further strengthen India-New Zealand ties. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will inaugurate the third edition of the Global Maritime India Summit 2023 tomorrow via video conferencing. The summit will be held till the 19th of October in Mumbai. During the program, the Prime Minister will unveil Amrit Kal Vision 2047, the long-term blueprint for the Indian maritime blue economy. The blueprint outlines strategic initiatives aimed at enhancing port facilities, promoting sustainable practices and facilitating international collaboration. The Prime Minister will inaugurate, dedicate to the nation and lay the foundation stone of projects worth more than 23,000 crore rupees that are aligned with the Amrit Kal Vision 2047 for the Indian maritime blue economy. Army Commanders Conference got underway in New Delhi today. The apex-level biannual event is an institutional platform for deliberations at the conceptual level, facilitating important policy decisions for the Indian Army. During the 5-day conference, Army commanders and other senior functionaries are meeting virtually on the first day. The remaining deliberations will be conducted in a physical format. Defence Ministry said the apex leadership will brainstorm current and emerging security scenarios, besides reviewing the operational preparedness of the Indian Army. The Commanders' Conference, with its broad scope, ensures the Indian Army remains progressive, forward-looking, adaptive and future-ready. Raksha Mantri Rajnath Singh is scheduled to attend the conference on Wednesday. The Allahabad High Court today acquitted prime suspect Surendra Koli in 12 cases concerning the 2005-2006 Noida serial murders case, also known as Nithari case. In all these cases, he had been awarded death penalty by the trial court. Another suspect, Moninder Singh Pandher, has also been acquitted by the court in 2 cases in which he was sentenced to death by the trial court. The bench of Justice Ashwani Kumar Mishra and Justice Syed Aftab Hussain Rizvi allowed the appeals filed by Pandher and Koli after reserving the judgment in the cases last month. A detailed judgment is awaited. Congress leader Rahul Gandhi arrived in Aizawl today on a 2-day visit to the poll-bound Mizoram to campaign for party candidates for the upcoming assembly elections in the northeastern state. He will undertake a padyatra from Chanmari Junction to Raj Bhavan and address a rally near the governor's house. This is Akashvani giving you the news. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle at AIR News Alerts. In Himachal Pradesh, the weather has once again taken a turn with intermittent snowfall in the higher reaches of the state. Snowfall is occurring on the high peaks of Lahaul-Spiti, Kinnaur, Kullu and Chamba districts. Hatu Peak near Narkanda in Shimla district, Shikari Devi in Mandi district and Churdhar in Sirmaur district have also turned white with snow. There has also been a fresh snowfall in the 13,000 feet high Rohtang Pass. Manali-Leh road has been disrupted due to snowfall in Darcha and Sarchu. It is raining in the plains and central areas of the state, including the capital Shimla, since this morning. There was a power failure at some places due to the storm. With this change in the weather, the temperature has dropped and cold has knocked in the entire state. According to the meteorological department, the mercury in Keelong, Kalpa and Dalhousie has been recorded below normal. Keelong was the coldest place in the state, recording a minimum temperature of 1.4 degrees Celsius. In Punjab, the intermittent rain due to western disturbances has continued in various parts of the state since this morning. Due to this rainfall, the temperature has dropped. The meteorological department has issued a yellow alert for several districts. A report.
In many districts of the state, the sky was covered with thick, dark clouds in the early morning and it started raining with strong winds. In low light, drivers were forced to drive on the roads with the headlights of their vehicles on. Due to the strong winds, trees were uprooted in many places and power supply were affected. The crops, especially the paddy crop, have been adversely affected by this continued unseasonal rain. The minimum and maximum temperatures have also dropped considerably after this rain. Shishu Sharma Shantal, Akashvani News, Jalandhar.
The Indian Meteorological Department has said a wet spell is likely to continue over northwest India till tomorrow. It said heavy to very heavy rainfall is expected to continue over Tamil Nadu and Kerala during next 2 days. We spoke to Akashvani News senior IMD scientist R.K. Jenamani.
केरल में बारिश जो रिड्यूस हुआ है, लेकिन 2 दिन हमारा हैवी से वेरी हैवी जो ऑरेंज कलर वार्निंग है केरल तमिलनाडु रहेगा और उसी के साथ साथ उत्तर भारत में रेन जो है शुरू हुआ है पंजाब, जम्मू कश्मीर, हिमाचल, उत्तराखंड। आज और कल के लिए हमारा वाइड स्प्रेड रेन होगा और आइसोलेटेड हैवी भी हो सकता है ऊंचे पहाड़ी में, जैसे जम्मू कश्मीर है, हिमाचल है, इस क्षेत्र में आज नाइट और कल के लिए। और बाकी जो पार्ट्स है जैसे हमारा प्लेन्स ऑफ इंडिया है, राजधानी दिल्ली है, कहीं छुटपुट बारिश भी हो सकता है।
An earthquake of magnitude 4 on the Richter scale struck near the Pithoragarh district of Uttarakhand this morning. The National Centre for Seismology stated that the earthquake occurred 48 kilometers northeast of Pithoragarh at a depth of 5 kilometers. In a bilingual live phone-in program Public Speak tonight at 9:30 p.m., we will bring an insightful discussion on the topic of food safety, preventive steps to be taken to stay safe from adulterated food during festive season, with Dr. Animesh Ray, Associate Professor, Medicine Department, EAMS, New Delhi. During the program, listeners will have the opportunity to pose questions to our expert on food safety, including preventive measures and any other related queries. To participate, simply dial the telephone numbers 011-2371-7106 and 011-2331-4444 from 9:30 p.m. onwards tomorrow. Alternatively, you can also send your queries via WhatsApp to the number 92890940044. Stay tuned to Akashvani Gold channel and additional frequencies for this captivating live broadcast. Additionally, you can access the program on our website newsonair.gov.in and on our YouTube channel News on AIR Official. Road Transport and Highways Minister Nitin Gadkari reviewed the progress of the ongoing national highway projects in New Delhi today. Lieutenant Governor of Delhi, Vinay Kumar Saxena, Union Minister of State for Culture, Meenakshi Lekhi, and other senior officials were also present. The ministry is implementing various projects with a total cost of 65,000 crore rupees in Delhi and its surroundings. It aims to offer relief to the people from traffic congestion and pollution. Tamil Nadu Chief Minister M.K. Stalin has appealed for release of 27 fishermen belonging to Rameshwaram in Sri Lankan prisons. In a letter to the External Affairs Minister, Dr. S. Jaishankar today, Mr. Stalin urged the government to take immediate diplomatic steps with the Sri Lankan government to secure the release of the detained fishermen. The fishermen were arrested in 2 separate incidents and 4 fishing boats were seized by the Sri Lankan Navy on the 14th of this month. The doors of Gangotri Dham will close for a 6-month winter break from the 14th of next month. A statement issued by the temple committee said that the gates of the shrine dedicated to goddess Ganga will be closed for devotees at the auspicious time of 11:45 a.m. on the Annakut festival, also known as Govardhan Puja. The Yamunotri Dham will be closed for winter season from the 15th of November. The air quality in Delhi NCR continues to remain in the poor category. According to the Central Pollution Control Board, the air quality index today stood at 201, which is considered as poor. An air quality index between 201 and 300 is considered poor, 301 to 400 very poor, and 401 to 500 severe. The International Olympic Committee has announced the inclusion of 2020 cricket and 4 other sports as part of Los Angeles Olympic Games 2028. The other new entries are flag football, lacrosse, squash, and baseball softball. The IOC's executive board last week accepted a proposal by Los Angeles organizers for 2020 cricket along with the 4 other new events. Adding cricket to the Olympic program would tap into the lucrative South Asian market, attracting fans in countries such as India and Pakistan. In ICC Men's Cricket World Cup, match between Australia and Sri Lanka is underway at Lucknow's Atal Bihari Vajpayee Ikana Cricket Stadium. Sri Lanka were 10 for no loss in 2 overs when reports last came in. Earlier, Sri Lanka won the toss and elected to bat first. This match is crucial for both the teams as both sides have underperformed in their World Cup journey till now. Australia lost their 2 matches against India and South Africa, while Sri Lanka is also looking for a win after losing matches against South Africa and Pakistan. Due to injury of captain Dasun Shanaka, Sri Lanka is being led by vice-captain Kusal Mendes. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar co-chairs the 18th India-Vietnam Joint Commission meeting in Hanoi, discusses cooperation in political, defence and maritime security with his counterpart. Army Commanders Conference deliberates on the emerging security scenario. Allahabad High Court acquits Surendra Koli and Moninder Singh Pandher from death sentences in the infamous Nithari case. In Himachal Pradesh, snowfall begins on the high peaks of Lahaul-Spiti, Kinnaur, Kullu and Chamba districts, orange alert in some districts of Kerala. Egypt, US and Israel agree to ceasefire in southern Gaza, providing a safe passage out of the war-torn region through Rafah crossing. In Cricket World Cup, match between Sri Lanka and Australia underway in Lucknow. And with that, we end the midday news.